point, when I go out to put the GoPros on a trailer, I see the truck isn't riding as high as it should be. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. So I find my air ride leveling valve something's wrong with it, but I can't quite see. So I don't really like this idea, but whichever. Finished put the GoPros up, and I'm sitting there thinking, do I run to go get the load, or do I try to fix this? If I fix it right now, I might be a little late. Well, I guess I'll put the back GoPro on. No, I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to go ahead and drop the trailer, look at it, and try to figure out what I'm going to do with it. So at this point, I unhook my airlines. I go get my detach and set down board. That board I use for detaching if I'm not going to drop the trailer all the way to the ground. I put it on the ground to set the trailer on. That way it's easier to lift off the ground later. I don't have to dump the bags or anything in the process. Oh, I'll grab my board, stick it under the trailer. Not have the time to make a lengthy repair. Can't order parts, can't get parts right now. We need to be somewhere. I'm supposed to be in Neenah in 30 minutes. So the idea is the piece that cracked open, I'll wrap it with a couple of zip ties. That'll hold it together. After all, I'm only going from here to Neenah, down to the yard, and then back here. How bad can this be?
I walked over to it, there was no bender gap. Oh my God. Alrighty, disaster hopefully averted. I suppose it'll be a safe assumption we'll be putting a new air ride valve in this truck when we get back. Why not, right? Just another list on the things to do. Add it to the Chris list. was the air ride valve in the back. It's the original one of the truck. So the plastic piece, there's a metal arm that hooks to a plastic piece to adjust the ride height. That plastic piece broke. And it never got, you know, it split. And the air was riding low. So when I walked up to the truck, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? Why is it so low? I looked, I found that piece cracked. I'm like, all right. So I zip tied it for now. That'll get us through, just to get us. All we're doing today is we're loading it, going to the yard, dropping it off. I just don't want to risk bringing it through here. I have no idea the height of the wires. This is the first run I've taken, the first time I've driven the truck since we put the new front end in it. It has not yet been aligned. I couldn't get the alignment done or get an appointment to do the alignment until like a week from now. So the drive tires are old. They're going to be changed out soon anyway. We didn't mess with the toe at all, you know, toe in or toe out. That remained the same. So the only thing that might have changed is caster, which means it might wander a little, it might not. There's a shim, a small shim on that side, no shim on this side. Either way, one thing Chris brought up, which is a good thing, is when we get back, we will re-torque. It'll be a good little run. We'll re-torque the U-bolts, you know, any you know, all the bolts basically, especially the U-bolts. Re-torque them because they're gonna stretch in time. They're brand new, so we'll give them a good re-torque and that'll be good to go. They'll have to take the back out possibly to add shims to line it, but we'll worry about that once we get through possibly the holidays. I'm not really sure. We're very early December. Today's Wednesday. The cutoff for this truck is Thursday. Monday in Jacksonville. So my game plan is load it today, go to the yard, take care of a couple odd and end things tomorrow, you know, today and tomorrow, and then I'll probably leave out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, deliver Jacksonville first thing Monday. It'll leave me extra time to get down there, get parked, get settled, maybe edit another video. So that's basically the plan. That's just so annoying. You take care of all the big stuff and then that little, like an air ride valve, gives you troubles. But it's cold, so it's bound to happen. The load we're picking up is one of those electric strikers. I may have mentioned that in the shop, I'm not sure. It'll be overweight by a lot. Depending on how we axle, we may have to go around Kentucky. Company trucks, I'm told, had to go around because of the axles, but us being lightweight, you know, the tractor is quite light. My trailer's a little heavy, but the tractor's quite light. So we'll load it, weigh it, and figure that out. That'll be on a different video for you guys. That'll come up in the future. I try to put the shop videos ahead of everything else. It seems to get the most traction. That's why. Also, I retain road videos, so if the truck is down like it was for weeks, I still have content to drop. Otherwise, it'll just be, you know, me and Chris working on this. And to be honest, it's just not a lot of content you can make in a shop when you're doing the same kind of stuff over and over again. It just works better this way. Any downtime I could fill with other older road videos. Some guys complain about it, so I feel like I at least owe an explanation to it. Doesn't mean anything's going to change, just means I'll explain why. You got to remember, YouTube is a business, so is the trucking side of things, and both sides have to make the money. I'll be honest, it's good to see Elaine get work done on it. I'm excited to see what that'll start looking like here soon. I asked Chris to get us ready for paint tomorrow, get the 4 wheel seals done, get all back together, cleaned up. Probably finish cleaning up tomorrow to reality. Once you start the actual painting itself, that'll probably take less than an hour. That's including prep time for mixing the paint and all that stuff. either way, it's potentially a 40-year-old front end on a truck, and it's been fixed now. So we're pretty excited about it. This load will definitely test its limits. So today, what the game plan is, we're going to go load this truck. We're going to be over gross and we're going to be over height by a considerable amount, I'm told. The last one I think I had down to 14.2 or 14.3. I don't know if this is the exact same truck or if it's a different one. But on company trucks, I'm told they've been up to 14.5. So we're not going to risk taking it home. We're just going to load it, run to the yard. We're going to weigh it on our way to the yard, make sure we're good on the weights, axles, so we know which routing we have to take. I'm told that some of the company trucks have to go around Kentucky because we won't make their axle weights, because each state has a little different requirements. But with Orwell being a lot lighter than a big long T660, we should be able to make it, I hope. Well, it'll fit in the well however it fits. It'll weigh what it weighs, and it'll be what it'll be. So we'll load it, weigh it, go to the yard, and then we're gonna pick Orwell back up. We're gonna re-torque all the bolts, especially the U-bolts on the axle, and then probably leave out, I'm guessing, Friday, and then drive Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, and then run her down to Jacksonville. But this trip is the return to Orwell. I strive real hard to keep the content fresh and constant. The goal usually, the holidays may change it, the goal usually is 4 videos a week, which might be a lot, but I think the way I've been doing it's been working pretty well, so I'll stick with it. I try to drop Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I try to put the more exciting videos, shop videos, towards Sundays. You guys seem to really like the shop videos. Back in the day, if I worked on the truck, no one wanted to watch it. And now, it seems like more people want to watch the in-shop videos than they want to watch the road videos. So that's why the road videos tend to be behind. Because like Orwell was down for a couple of weeks. If I didn't have any content stored up, older videos, what would I have to give you? You're not going to watch a video every other day of me looking at a truck waiting for parts. Or watching me do 10 minutes worth of work in a 10-minute video where I could mash it all together and edit it and make it a nice video that people actually enjoy watching. I check my text when I stop. Peterbilt just texted me. It's Dusty up there in Green Bay. Texted me. We had a little air ride valve issue with Orwell, so I texted him earlier and I says, "Hey, can you get me one?" And he said, "Yeah." So we made the one I have work, but it's not a permanent fix, obviously. Zip ties will get you home, but it isn't a permanent deal, so you have to just work with it. When we get back to the yard tomorrow, we'll replace it with a nice brandy new one. One of them is them. we're here 10 till. I told them 1. They wanted me here 12. I was told 12:30, and that got screwed up because that air ride valve, we had to hurry up and fix it up quick. Oh, that's cool. It's like half a truck, or it's not all the way built yet. Okay, and where do you want me to turn around and detach? I see where. All right. Ooh, looks like we got a 4-axle coming. I can't haul it. I can't hold the weight. I don't have a well big enough. That's one of them twin engine jobbers, ain't it? Yep. We'll turn around back here, loading docks. Welcome to winter in Wisconsin. The snow is pretty. So how was your Thanksgiving? Maybe by the time you see this video, how was your Christmas? It's early December. I think it's December 4th right now. Yeah, today's December 4th. I'll back up over there. That'll work good. Wish that 4500 wasn't right there, but that's all right. We'll work around it.
I'm not sure how I made this mistake, but I did not change the battery in this GoPro, so it died early, and I did not get any of the loading of the electric striker. The only thing I can show you is how quickly it started dumping some snow in the next literally 10 minutes.
We are ready to go. Oh, I put it in low gear. So now we just got to take this heavy pig down to Fond du Lac at the Quick Trip and weigh it. We can't get it in the Speedway to weigh it. It's too low to the ground. Speedway, you bottom out. If we're lighter, it's not a problem. It's just that this is pretty tall. Sorry, this is pretty heavy. And when you bottom out in a turn, you could possibly roll the I-beam underneath because the trailer isn't going front to back, forward. It's going side to side. So if you drag over something and your I-beam is straight, it just drags under it. But if your beam is straight and you drag sideways, you can curl it under. So we're not gonna waste time worrying about that. We're just gonna go somewhere else and weigh it. Sure what camera angles will be best. what's going to be covered in snow, what's going to have water on it. Hope the interstate ain't going to be as greasy as this. Probably not. Pretty salted and pretty good. Or maybe if I go to the speedway, I'll drag easier on the ice. Or I'll get stuck and lose traction. That's always in the realm of possibilities. This crap's pretty greasy. Watch the inside of impatient cars. The inside part of my turn, I mean. Gonna take it nice and easy. Wound up being 14'4". I could lower the ass end of the trailer a little bit, give the suspension less travel, just decrease the PSI. It is adjustable on this trailer. And that'll probably get me down to 14'3". I texted dispatch like, it don't make a difference. Like, okay, so I want to risk, I want to have more suspension travel, less chance of bottoming out and potentially breaking an axle. Softer ride is taller because there's more room to move. I have ridden it real low before, I just don't like to. Always worry about busting that axle. As for the front of the trailer, I can raise it up, put them dog bones when I detach, I can swing them over and raise the trailer up a little bit just to get it higher off the ground. But again, there's no real benefit to it. I wouldn't be able to get into that speedway over there anyway. It doesn't make a difference. Watch your inside. Start your turn. It's right at that 32-ish Like when it started snowing, you seen it melting off the road, and then eventually it snowed enough for it to stay. This looks wet, and I'm pretty sure it's untreated. So the bridges could get quite greasy. And if I've got to stop this thing in an absolute hurry, not happening. So we're just going to take our slow ride home, or down in the yard. We're going to stop at the Fond du Lac Quick Trip. I think I said that earlier. Weigh it. That way I'll know where to get my permits at. What weights to set them at, I should say. All I got to watch is shoulder stuff. Snowplow trailer, he'll run that dog-legged spray and take up 2 lanes. Sometimes they'll run 2 at a time and cover the whole highway, spray and plow. Striker Volterra. Last one we did was down to Baltimore. That was an interesting ride. It never weighed that much. Well, Orwell grossed that much. That was 6 axles, and that was before I did a. That was before I was filming for the channel with Orwell. But we were like just under 100K gross with 6 axles. We had a 3-axle trailer. The load was just under 60K, and we had a stretch trailer. The only reason we had a stretch is because it was a 6-axle or 3-axle trailer. We could have just put a flip on one of these, it would have fit. Didn't have one available. Now Orwell is built for this, believe it or not. Orwell started life as a Keene transport truck. Keene out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. They do this stuff regular. So for Orwell, this is a walk in the park. It's just people aren't used to it. But Orwell has that pedigree. See what you're on. See under here it's water. You get up here it gets a little more different. You gotta watch the traffic. I mean, you know me, I don't drive like an old man, but I thought this was supposed to blow over pretty quickly. Here. Another thing I do is I don't put the power divider in, like locking the power divider, making the truck instead of one set of drive wheels spinning, making it 2, locking the 2 axles together. I leave it in 1. That way if it does break loose, it only breaks loose 1 wheel, and you know it. It's kind of like if you put your car in 4-wheel drive, it gives you that confidence that it might get you in trouble. So you're better off leaving it in 2 sometimes. That way if you do spin a wheel, you're going slower and you have a better chance to recover. So I leave it with the power divider open or off, or not engaged, whichever. Now if I gas it up and I start spinning, it doesn't give me that courage that you don't want. So if you're spinning wheels to try to go, stopping is going to be a problem. Orwell does not do that work for you. There's no ABS on Orwell. There is on a trailer. not on the truck. And when the trailer brakes release, the truck don't. And then the trailer pushes you. Yeah, it looks like the weather may break up there. Look at them clouds. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm assuming the camera facing forward over Orwell is probably caked in snow. Random mattress laying in the road. What do you call an unsecure load? I'd be letting air on my tires trying to get out of that. Yeah, it's like raw, untreated. See it blowing across right there? Look at that. It's hardly even snow. I mean, I didn't even know this was coming. And to think I was going to bobtail home. I might just go home tomorrow morning. See what the weather does. Yeah, you guys go do what you want. I'm just going to sit over here and mind my business. I am not getting involved in nothing. Sounds more slush than ice when I moved over.
Was first way relay.
First,
Truck number?
808.
Alright, you're all set. We'll see you inside.
Thank you.